Hey guys, Roy Gutierrez here from StrengthTrainingBoomers.com. Today I want to talk to you about 3 things you absolutely must do to reduce body fat. Number 1 on the list is your body needs oxygen to burn fat. Without oxygen, it's going to be very hard. Now that's a simple statement to make, but if you think about it, with every breath that you take, you can burn fat. And the way you do that is to make certain that you can elevate your heart rate just slightly above what it's used to. So that doesn't mean that you're going to be sprinting till your heart feels like it's going to explode out of your chest. Doesn't have to mean running up a steep hill at full speed. You don't have to run a marathon. You just need to take your heart rate up a little bit more. Maintain that, depending on how much fat you have to lose, 20 to 30 minutes. But mostly you want to get used to doing that on a daily basis. That's number 1. Elevate your heart rate slightly above what it's used to. Sustain it 20 to 30 minutes. Make it a daily practice. Early morning is best when you've got just a little bit of sugar floating around in your blood. Before you started eating your breakfast, before you start nourishing, energizing, filling up your tank for the day. Try to burn some fat as soon as you wake up. That's number 1. Second thing that becomes very important, we've all got skeletal muscle. And these muscles need calories in order to function. They'll burn more calories if they're stronger. Okay, you don't want to be a bodybuilder necessarily. You're not an Olympic athlete, but you do want your muscles to burn just a little more than what they're used to. And the way you do that is by stimulating those muscles. I'm not talking about bench pressing 300 pounds. I'm not talking about leaping tall buildings in a single bound. A simple thing like doing 10 push-ups, if that's all you can do, military-style push-ups, build up to 20, 30, 40, like that. Same with your legs, the big muscles in your legs, your quadricep muscles. Being able to go from a seated position to a standing position without having to struggle. Once you get used to using your body weight, now you can start adding some additional resistance. Some dumbbells in your hands as you go into a squat, or a barbell on your shoulder. If you have good back and knees, stick out your rear end, keep your chest up. Doing exercises like that, compound exercises that uses multi-joints for a pressing exercise, using the muscles in your core when you're standing, going to a seated position, standing up, muscles being strengthened utilizes more calories, increases your metabolism. Muscles dictate metabolism, remember that. So we have 2 things. Oxygen burns fat, muscles dictate metabolism. Okay, here's number 3, and very important. This last one is misconstrued, it's taken out of context, people are going nuts. At any time, there's 17,000 diets floating around. Okay, this is all you need to remember. If you're going to be taking in oxygen from elevating your heart rate, you need fuel to move. Fuel is synonymous with food, heat, energy. Call it what you want. Same goes with the muscle. If you're going to make that muscle work harder than what it's used to, you must feed your muscles. That's number 3. When you feed your muscles, they say, hey, this person's good to me. They're allowing me the nutrition I need so I can do the work that's required. So now, if you can in fact eat adequately throughout the day, your body gets comfortable with the idea that you're feeding it and not starving it. Now it cooperates with you, and whatever fat it was holding on to, it's slowly going to be encouraged to release that fat and burn it off for energy. So the bottom line is, you must feed your muscles Muscles need fuel to burn fat. And the opposite of that is fat needs sugar to survive. Keep the sugar level low. It comes from starches. You need the starch to jumpstart your mechanism that gets the fuel process going, but only what you need. If you're going to be sitting at a computer all day, you don't need to have 5 donuts for breakfast. You don't need to have a big plate of pasta for lunch. You don't need to have 3 baked potatoes for dinner. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. Or maybe you're munching all day on pretzels, you go into the candy machine. Whatever you're doing, you're taking in too much sugar. You could be exercising, and you may be elevating your heart rate, you may be using your muscles, but if you're taking in more sugar than what your body needs, the excess is going to go to fat. Same can be said about protein. If you're taking in more than what you need, that may be too many calories, combined with the sugar, the excess is going to go to fat. So make certain that you're taking in your small meals throughout the day. You're grazing, not binging. You don't want to wait 5-6 hours. It's later in the evening, you're home. Now you're trying to make up for the deficiencies throughout the day. So there you have it, 3 things. Number 1, get lots of oxygen. Oxygen burns fat. Number 2, increase the strength of all your muscles. Not just your favorite muscle, not just your abdominal muscle. Try to do multi-joint exercises. Muscles dictate metabolism. And number 3, muscles need fuel to burn fat. You must feed your muscles, strengthen your muscles, get them to be more metabolically active. Muscles dictate metabolism. So, summary one more time. Oxygen burns fat, muscles dictate metabolism, muscles need fuel to burn fat. If you can remember those 3 things, and you can apply them, make them a habit, a part of your lifestyle, fat is going to be a non-issue. Just essential fat. Just enough to feel healthy, to feel alive, and for you to look good. If you take too much, then of course you start to fill out, you start to gain excess, body mass increases, you know the story. But that's all I have to say right now about those 3 things. Burning fat, feeding your muscles, making sure you're doing your easy aerobics, just slightly above your heart rate, keeping your body strong with your push-ups, basic movements, full body movements if you can. Those burn the most calories. You do these things, and I assure you, you're going to stay lean, you're going to look good, and if you do them really well, and you want to, you may even have washboard abs. Okay? Thanks for your attention. In the meantime, stay fit.